Hey, just wanted to hop on today and talk about a post that I made recently. You can go into my feed and see it's on depersonalization. And I wanted to kind of give more of an application there because I've had several people reach out and just be like, dude, were you like talking about me? It's like, maybe, because I think so many of us, like it's just come to my attention on a really rapid rate recently that so many people suffer from a triggered nervous system and they don't even know it. They're like, oh, I'm just having a bad day, or there's just extra drama, or there's just stuff going on and I don't know what to do about it, and I just don't feel like myself, or I don't feel like doing something extra, or I just need a break, or I just need some time off, or all of that. Like your nervous system is on fire. Even like if you're just craving a break, you just need to get away, you need to go do something else. There's a high need that's happening in your nervous system that's saying, please do something different other than worry, fear, avoid, just doing all the things that are associated with sadness, rejection, abandonment, earning love. Really, like, those are exhausting, and your nervous system is like, nope, not doing it, and you come up with these very subtle, like when you feel anxious, when you feel like maybe you don't even know you're anxious. Like, I'm jumping all over the place, I realize that, but that's how things come to me, is they come faster than I can say them. So when you're feeling anxious, it might just be pulling back and doing nothing. Like, I want nothing to do with this, or I can't remember what I was doing, or, it can be an ADHD response. It can be an overwhelm response. It can be just checking out and doing TV or eating whatever out of the freezer at 10 o'clock at night. Like, your body's asking for some relief and your brain's just on fire. It's just going because your nervous system starts here, right? And when your nervous system is triggered by something that goes against your spirit. Your spirit's love and light, can't be anything else. It's just bright and shiny, and it believes in all the things that are possible, and it just doesn't do anything different than that. And when your brain goes into control, time management, earning your value, earning the support you think you need, earning the love you want, earning, because you're just trying. I'm trying to do this so they won't be disappointed. I'm trying to do that so that they can see that my intentions were good. Like, whatever it is that you're trying to do, even trying to lose weight, there is a need to feel your own sense of value. Like, when you're trying to do anything, if you're not doing it, if it's not just easy and it's like flowing, your nervous system's going to reach a point where it's like, I'm done. And so you get to a place of depersonalization where your drive drops, your need to, be creative is stifled. Like, we all need to be creative. If we're not creative, we're kind of dying. Like, whether we're creative in the communication, the friendships, the designs that we're working with our hands, like whatever it is, the good ideas that are coming up, if we're not doing that, then it's because the stress is there. When stress is high, fun is low. It's never the other way around. I should say it's never at the same time. Your stress and your fun, your creative self. When I say fun, your creativity, whether that's to study, read, write, play, whatever it is, go on a vacation, plan something fun, like whatever is fun to you, stress usually isn't high at the time. So the depersonalization is when you're really not being yourself. You're just like not doing what you would normally do. And I'll just use myself as an example. Generally, I'm an easygoing, fun person. Like, I can get along with just about anybody, and I just like to have fun. Like, laughter is medicine. So when I'm having fun, I am myself, and that fun comes out even in my intensity to study and learn and like read the anatomy of the spirit and figure out how to heal yourself and work with the energies in your body. Like, that's fun for me. And when I'm myself, I'm diving in. It's super satisfying. Like, I'm reading, I'm writing, my notes are just deep. And that's just who I am. Now, if you're listening to this, think about who you are. At the heart of when you're just living your best life, who are you and what is it that you do that makes all the cares go away? Like, it's de-stressing for you. For me to realize that I have all the time, which is all the freedom, to do that kind of in-depth study, then I am myself. And then when I have that information, I can actually share it with others. And when I share it with others, it does change the way they think. It changes the way they operate. It shifts that, stress goes low and fun goes high again. And you get back into that good balance. I'm not saying we're not going to have any stress, because like a muscle, if you don't stress it a little bit, it never grows, right? We always grow from our stress. And sometimes the stress that puts us on our back, flat on our backs, wondering what just happened, that can be like the best kind of stress, because something will shift. Like, you're not available to do that anymore, not one more day. And so you will shift. So there is an amount of stress that is good. But the depersonalization comes when that stress is constant, because we have a story going in our head that is not congruent with who we actually are. So when I say that, I will just share an experience that I had very recently. When you've had traumatic experiences in your life, you will spend the rest of your life sifting and sorting. That is not a punishment. It's not a flaw, and it's not wrong. Like, there's no shame for that. The most important thing is to know that when you have depersonalization, it's there to teach you a lesson. It's your spirit going, knock, 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 brain, pay attention. This is, you're overworking, you're overthinking, and you're not feeling into who you actually are. So my recent experience is, like I said the other day, I'm working with a coach, and there's kind of a deadline. Like, we signed up to work 3 months together, and we're in our 3rd month. And so then it's like, it's go time, right? So in this go time, I froze. I was like, nope. Because I was feeling like, okay, like opening night at the theater, right? Everybody's taking their seat. They're all sitting down and ready for the show. I've been asked to participate in the show, and I'm standing behind the curtain, and I can't get the curtain open. That's what it felt like. It's like I was born to be on the stage. I'm very comfortable interacting with these people. They're my people. We think the same. We want the same. There's just so much energy that is the same. But I am doing something that is disallowing my true self to come forward. So I had to think about it, right? And the thoughts that you think about, the fact that you can think about what you're thinking about is what makes us human. And so I went back to think about what was the thing that triggered my nervous system that went, no, not moving forward. The fear of getting out there and doing what I said I wanted to do. Like, nobody was pushing me to do something beyond what I said I wanted to do, but my new mindset was more about developing my gift of intuition and listening closely for the inspiration, for the guidance, for the direction, for the thing that's coming from my source to me, direct. Like, I'm not looking outside of myself anymore. Not looking to recreate what somebody else said and say it in a new way. I want to know what God is saying to me. And that's what I signed up for. And in this last push, I found myself in performance mode. Like, I got to prove to you, my coach, that I can make good on what I said I would do. But I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I was doing it for her, not me. And so it's God and I in the end. The coach will go away. Like, this is what matters. And so if you can hear this, you and your source are all that matter. That's the relationship that's never going to go away. You have access to it whenever you want it. So the depersonalization that I was experiencing when I woke up one morning and I was like, I don't know. What do I want? Does it matter? I couldn't access my hopes, desires, wishes, dreams. Like, it wasn't there anymore. And I was like, that's sad, because I remember wanting something. And I also remember being excited about something. But I just like, what is that? The good news is it lasted like 3 hours. 3 hours of like, I don't know. But it was super uncomfortable to feel that way at all, because that's not who I am. And so this blank mind syndrome, where you just wake up and like, I don't know, I'm just going to do the best I can and get out there and whatever. It doesn't, like, no goals, whatever. That is a symptom of your nervous system being on fire, and it's just in freeze mode. Just goes to freeze. Like, nothing's going to happen. We're not manifesting anymore. We're not using our intuition anymore. We're just shut down. We're just stopped. I like to liken that to like throwing sticks out into the water until the dam gets thick, and then you're also throwing mud in the sticks, and now it's become a massive blockade and there's no water flowing through your river. And so I'm like, okay, I need to go pull those sticks back out of the dam that I just built for myself and reverse engineer this. What triggered me? Why is performing triggering? You would think that would be a good thing. You know, you'd think that, like, let's go. Let's make magic here. Let's do the thing you said you wanted to do. It's going to be fun, creative. Let's go. And I was just like, not doing it. So here's where it came from. So I was just loosely, like, when you go do the dishes, or you're driving down the road, or you're just doing mind-numbing things like laundry, your brain just goes into relaxation mode and it just starts thinking. And the memory that came up was a time in my like I was 16 or 17 or something like that. And my older brother had run for student body president, and he won. So he was student body president. And apparently in my dad's world, whoever he was talking to or sharing the news with brought him a huge ego boost, like big. You know, I was a cheerleader, but that didn't get the same boost that his son was getting, my brother. And so at the end of my brother's term, they were having elections again. And my dad proposed. He bribed me. He said, I'm going to buy you a car if you'll run for student body president and win. Because he would have more to talk about. It would make him look good as a father, you know. And man, that just felt so yucky to me. So yucky. I just was like, I want nothing to do with that. You're not buying my love. I'm not going to try to be loved by you by taking a bribe to go do something that's going to make you feel good about yourself, because you're not making yourself feel good about yourself just being you. You're going to use us to make you feel good. I was like, now that was a big thought. Like, I don't know that I completed that whole thought back then, but I was just like, no, you either love me the way I am and accept me for what feels good to me, that, you know, the social interactions that I'm choosing to be involved in, or we don't have to have a relationship. And this was the first time I ever drew a boundary in my life. Like, I just told him unequivocally, you can't buy my love. I'm not doing it. That's all I said. You know, I've developed more around that as I've gotten older and understood why that was just so yucky to me. It's like, I've spent my whole life trying to earn my mother's love. I'm not going to do it with you too. Like, no, we're all done. Like, I don't need my mother's love. I don't need your love. I have been loved. I am loved. I am love. I'm not doing that with you. So that was definitely the first time that I remember that performance was equal to earning love. So when I went into this performance mode just last week, and I was like, I've got to do this because they'll love me. They'll love me. I will have been the ideal client for them. And I'm going to go do this thing that is going to, be a feather in their cap. Like, look, I coached Teresa to success, and secondarily, it would be something that I'm like, oh, look, I got the thing I asked for. It's just the trying to get there it's not the method I signed up to do. And so I was betraying myself. So when you are doing something that's against your personal integrity, when you said you wanted to do something in a certain way, like you got specific and you're like, this is what I want and this is the way I want it, and you get very specific, that's when magic happens. Like that's when the true manifestation of your daily effort shows up. But the depersonalization was so good for me because it stopped me in my tracks. I couldn't even work. I couldn't even go push hard and push through and do the thing and perform and please everybody but me. Like I couldn't even do it. So thank heavens we have a nervous system that's going to stop us when it's not a good thing for us. When we're going about it for all the wrong reasons. Our motivations have shifted and not for the good reasons that they should shift. So I had to pull it back, stop, go reset. And the reset is honestly doing nothing. I was like, hey, let's go to the Parade of Homes. Hey, let's, get up early and study because that's what feels good to me. That's just my go-to. It's like, I'm just going to go back to enjoying my studies. And that was the reset because it just put my brain in such a blank place that I had this memory of earning love. And I was like, no, because, that's the whole, my entire childhood, is earning love and never actually being able to receive the love I was hoping for, by working really hard to overcome my parents' struggle. That's just the codependent energy that I lived half my life in. And so the rest of my life has been like, no, I'm not doing that. So when your nervous system stops you from moving forward, that's okay. Stop. It's the only way that the universe is going to get your attention, that you promised yourself to do this differently, to change a pattern, to change a thought process, to get out of the roundabout, to exit and go on a totally different journey than what you've always done that didn't work, and reset, reassess. What is it that I need to do? Where is it that I really am trying to go? And what is my intention there? Because the intentions that are easy, they're just like, yeah, feels good, just cruising along. That's just the ease of manifestation. Like, it's never hard. When you're just doing what you were built to do, the way you were built to do it, it's never hard. It's just peaceful, easy, no sticks in the dam, no sticks in the water. You're just flowing downstream. The scenery's changing on all sides of you. It's just more beautiful after more beautiful after more beautiful scenery. And you're just floating. You don't even have to paddle. But when your nervous system is triggered, you are literally turned around in the boat, facing the wrong direction, paddling against the current, hoping to get results. And at some point, you're going to wear out, throw the paddle in the water, sit down frustrated, and realize that stopping the paddling uphill, upstream, was the thing you needed most, because as soon as you sit down in the boat, the journey continues. You're still going to go downstream and you're not going to have to try. That is the magic of your nervous system that's going to cause you to take pause, reassess, get clear, and then just be easy. Stop trying so hard. Because you're going to just switch. The stress is going to come way down and the fun's going to take its place. And when you do that, you're back to being yourself. You are just 100% personalized. And it feels really good. So if you have questions, concerns, differing opinions, DM me. I'm all about the conversation. I'm all about building friendships. I'm all about talking about the deeper stuff, because we don't need to talk about the weather. Let's talk about the reasons why your life has gotten stuck, why it's been hard and what you can do to change that. Because your happiness is my favorite thing, but I'm hoping your happiness is your favorite thing, because that's literally the thing that's going to stop you in your tracks and insist that you do something different. So anyway, thanks for listening.